Target filed for bankruptcy? No, they didn't. Don't believe everything you guys see on TikTok, please, or on the internet in general. It did not happen. That is fake. Sorry.
Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Target. Yes, we're talking about Target and their $1 billion loss within the last year. People seem to think that Target is filed for bankruptcy, and today we'll be talking about that. People will be giving their feelings, thoughts, and opinions about the situation, as well as their thoughts and feelings about the $1 billion loss. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel.
Just got on here and said Target was filing for bankruptcy. Whole time she's lying. So Target had what? I think it was 24 billion, and now they're down 23 billion. They lost $1 billion. Woo! But it's still working. I'm glad that y'all are boycotting and doing the protests and, not buying with them because they done lost their goddamn mind. Did you know that black people were spending $12 million a day? Are you hearing me? $12 million within 24 hours with this company, and they have the nerve to say, oh no, we don't support DEI. We're not doing that. Really? Did you know that they employ black people, but I never hear about any raises? And you always have to know somebody to get into a Target. I've applied probably 6 times, and each time I've gotten an email saying, oh, I'm sorry, we couldn't accept you.
It didn't file for bankruptcy, but they didn't have a great previous quarter. So about a week ago, Target had their quarterly earnings call, and it wasn't great. So if you don't know what a quarterly earnings call is, it basically takes like a snapshot of a company's financial status to see how well the company is performing financially. So a couple of things that can go into it. Big part, what we're worried about right now is sales, but it can also include assets, liability, risk, expenses, cash flow, basically anything that has to do with money. So when it comes to Target and the sales and the boycott, it is having an impact. So in this previous quarter, January, February, and March, Target reported a revenue of $23.85 billion, which that's a lot of fucking money. But same quarter last year reported $24.53 billion, which is about a 3.8% decline, especially for a company that had been seeing year-over-year profits since 2020. And then reading this article from CNBC, I think it's very interesting that store sales fell 5.7%, but digital sales grew 4.7%. So people aren't going into the stores, but they are still ordering online. Back to the topic. So while this isn't as salacious as Target is filing for bankruptcy, it still can be considered a win. It shows that boycotts do actually work, but they are a very slow process. But it tells those people, the investors and shareholders, that people mean business. And I'm a fucking shareholder. I have stock in Target, so my money's looking a little funny there. It is important to stand on business and stand up for what's right and what's wrong. So I'm okay with that. All in all, if you see information like that, instead of immediately spreading it, do a quick Google search. Let's practice our critical thinking and discernment by taking pieces of information like this and challenging them. Because it does sound awesome. You're like, oh my God, yeah. But it sucks to be disappointed when it's not actually true. So let's make sure it's true in the first place. Okay, that's it. Love you. Bye.
One quick search will tell you that Target is not filing bankruptcy. It took 2 seconds. I cannot believe how many videos I see on here saying that. And in the day, I would have probably been like, oh my God, everybody's saying Target is shutting down and they're filing bankruptcy and they're doing this, and I would have done a video. But I have learned to make sure I research before I open my mouth. So let's start with the rumor about the bankruptcy. No, they have lost revenue due to boycotts, due to uncertainty about what's going on in the United States right now, and due to theft. The very few stores that were closed due to theft. Everybody said no because we read that they're closing 2,000 stores down. Yes, they did for Easter Sunday. So the boycotting is working a very little because they are not financially unstable. If you go search it, look at numbers and everything, you will see that going by everything else except the rumor mill, they are financially stable as of right now. However, they are worried about the uncertainty because of everything going on in the United States. So there's the real story.
Lady on here, and I just want to say this for your awareness. It's important for us as people to understand what even built this quote-unquote country, because it's the people that represent this country. So it's important that we exercise our right and our, everything that we can. So if you want to boycott or not spend money because you simply can't afford to spend money at a certain place, I'm not mad at you. Now, because of this, there's a lady on here saying that Target is filing for bankruptcy. All you have to do is look up Target bankruptcy, and you will see no articles, nothing along those lines that would allude to a large corporation like that leading to bankruptcy. Even the whole idea of putting emphasis on that when you lead with the fact that they're filing for bankruptcy. They're not filing for bankruptcy. That's an active action. You cannot lead to file. That's not how it works. So when people are purposely spreading misinformation about a large corporation, I just want to give them and everybody else a further reminder and a warning. They will send a cease and desist letter to your door. One, please be wary of people just using misinformation as a way to fearmonger or to way to get your reaction, because in these times where we all are aware of how things are, there are people that are going to say the most absurd things just so they can garner your reaction. There are people that are going to pander to you so that they can massage your reaction so that you can talk and lead to engagement, because in these times, yes, all publicity is good publicity. So please be wary if there's any headline that's very, that sounds very debauchery. I want you all to take the time to go and look it up yourself. Just look up that whatever corporation, whatever business, whoever's involved, then look up whatever they're alleged to be, whatever accusation it is. Because misinformation is on a high front in today's time. It's sad.
A $1 billion loss is definitely a lot of money, right? They're down by $1 million from last year. However, Target makes billions of dollars. I really don't think anytime soon Target will be filing for bankruptcy. I just think that people are hopeful and wishful of them to file for bankruptcy because they don't like some of the choices that Target has made, and rightfully so. But it's never a good idea to go on social media or go anywhere, post or write or say that someone is filing for bankruptcy when that's not even close to the case. Thanks for watching this video. Have an amazing day. Oh, and on a side note, if you don't like something that a company is doing or you just don't support them 100%, just don't shop at that store.